that you are all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me here today where we're going to create. And today we are going to make string art. In the past, when we have made string art, we have used wood and nails. Today we're going to use paper and an office supply known as a brad. Let me show you the process. So here's what we'll be using. Cardstock, paper for drawing a template. I've also got a piece of cardboard underneath. You might need scissors, you might need a pen, and then these are brads. Brads are these little things, they look like a pin. They've got a head like a pin, and then they've got two prongs on the bottom. And that is going to be what we use to hold our string in. And yes, we also need string. You can use embroidery floss. You can use crochet thread, whatever you like. I have drawn this template of a tree. So each of these dots is where a brad is going to go. And I'm going to do the tree, so I'm going to use the green cardstock. And first thing I'm going to do is kind of line it up where I want it to be. And I think that is a good spot. So you can mark where the brads are going to go. You can use a pin, you can use a thumbtack, you can just take a paper clip and make a mark there. If you have an embossing tool, you can do that. So I'm just going to make a mark where all of these dots are. So before I lift it up, I'm just going to flip it back and make sure all the marks are there. I did not make the stem marks, or the trunk marks, so I should do that next. And there we are. So now we're going to put a brad in each of those spaces. And you can just punch them through. And then you just fold them back. And I have just realized that I've made too many marks. So I guess I'm going to skip some of those places. Alright, and we will flip the rest of those back. And we're ready to go. So take your thread and find the end. You're just going to slide it under there. And you don't really have to worry about the tail, because we can take care of that at the end, and then I wrapped it around. So at the top, actually you could just get, so I'm going to go down from there, around that one. Then I'm going to cross over to this side and go around that one. And I'm going to cross over to this side and go around that one. do sometimes snag, so watch that. Then I'm going to go around this one, around this one. I'm going to flatten that out a little. I'm going to trim the top. I'm going to trim the bottom. I still need a couple more brads in there for the stem, the trunk. Make sure you keep those two ends together or they're gonna wreak some havoc there. And that's what we have so far. I have this cool metallic thread. I'm going to use that for the bottom. To be limited to just trees. You can do stars or anything you want to do. Going to trim there. Going to trim there. So since this was a note card, I can just fold it closed, do a black frame around it, and then there we have our tree. So I did mention stars. I want to do a star also, and the star is going to be pretty simple. And I'm going to use this metallic thread for my star. That is my basic star when I draw a star. So I'm just going to lay that over and approximate that. So I actually want my star to be a little wider, so I'm going to go over a little from that. Ooh, that was nice. That poked right through. So if you're wondering what this is just an embossing tool. It has a ball on that end, a smaller one on that end, and you can use it so you use it with the template. You just rotate it in there and you end up with a raised surface with that on it. So I'm using it a little differently than it was intended here, but it works just as well. So we're going to put the brads in now. That should be good. I am going to start up in this corner. So I'm going to make this like I draw a star. So I'm going to start up here. I'm going to go down to there, and I'm going to actually press that so it doesn't get too tight. Then I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go back up to the top. I'm going to come down here. And I'm going to go back up to the top. Going to trim all my extra. And there we are, our star and our tree. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this activity, and I hope that you will give string art with cardstock and brads a try. We'll be back again soon with more Explore and Create. And until then, I hope that you continue to use your curiosity to explore the world and your creativity to improve it. And thank you!